Okay, child. I think some of you, and this is just natural, okay? Anybody who has a child, anybody taking care of a family, you have to factor in your children and your whole family as a unit. This could be a significant other being afraid to invest into a new business or expanding a business, I'm getting, because they just have some money fears that come back to children. This also speaks to inner child, but honestly, I'm getting somebody nurturing a child at this time, that being a reason to not take a risk and to not step out of one's comfort zone. But the thing is, for your family, even at this time, you need to do it. Calculated risks. It doesn't have to be something careless and senseless, but risks, stepping out of comfort zones. Honestly, stepping out of comfort zones, though, doesn't necessarily mean that you're taking a risk. I'm feeling for some of you, Pisces, by staying put, being stuck in status quo, you risk more staying put where you are now, whether that be in business, the home you physically live in, something around family. I feel like you sacrifice something really great. There's less risk in stepping out of your comfort zone, but it almost feels like somebody in the mix is having a hard time comprehending that. There's some fear involved. I also feel somebody's concerned about a child. Somebody taking care of a child is concerned about a child. We have fresh air, okay, sitting at the center of your reading. Geminis have this too. Pisces sitting at the center. A lot of messages coming through this. So first of all, fresh air side by side with child. Spirit's talking to me about asthma. Somebody afraid a child has pneumonia. It's like a really bad lung infection, and now you feel like it's developing into something worse. Get that seen. I feel like children will heal, but it does feel like somebody may need to be seen by a doctor or be getting some sort of energy or holistic healing done on the heart chakra, but it feels very related to lungs. If you're feeling like a child's having issues with lungs and they've never had issues before, it's air quality. I think that's why I was picking up. Some of you may need to abruptly change, and it may pertain to your home. You move into a new home, and all of a sudden, a lot of this is going to clear up. There could be something in your space. I know I got this for Gemini a bit too. It comes through stronger. For you though, Pisces, if there's construction in the area or if there are renovations going on within or around where you live, it's almost like toxins or chemicals, they aren't being ventilated properly. There's some sort of debris. There's something coming into your home that's very unhealthy, especially for children. If you are renovating a home, please keep that in mind. You may want to reassess how you're ventilating the room you're working on or the area of the home that you're working on. If you live in an apartment building, make sure you are in communication with management, with superintendents to make sure that things are sealed up. I'm just getting something about ventilation here, but again, goes back to air quality impacting somebody's lungs. Yes, interesting. I'm saying that and all of a sudden I'm getting this like heaviness in my lungs, like I need to cough and get something up and out. Somebody's lungs are irritated. Now, when you talk about things like bronchitis, especially in the heart chakra, itis means anger. Itis or inflammation speaks to anger. So it's suppressed emotion that revolves around anger. So if it's not a child, this could be your inner child feeling this flare up, okay? Especially if you feel like you have a cough or something going on in the lungs that isn't clearing up very quickly for you. It has to do with anger, suppressed anger. Who's irritating you? Who's irritating you? What emotions are being buried at this time? If it's not physical debris or toxins coming into your environment, triggering a physical response, what emotional toxins, what energy, debris, or toxins or negativities are surrounding you that's triggering that? There is a huge connection between lungs, air, and child, and this very well could be your inner child. Pay attention to that. That's how you're going to heal this. There is healing here, though, okay? So if you have children who are sick right now, there is healing here. I'm not getting that anything is so serious that you need to be crazy concerned or fearful, but if there are toxins in the environment, that could become a bigger issue, not just for your children, but for you as well, okay? For animals in the home, you may be experiencing this with an animal, like why is an animal having a hard time breathing? Get them checked out, okay? It feels like there needs to be a step. The next step is to get checked out, but also assess your environment, okay? I think there's a positive resolution at this time, but nonetheless, there's movement forward. Pisces can take a deep breath now. Pisces can breathe and stop holding their breath. If you feel like you're holding your breath, Pisces, take a moment right now to take a deep breath in and out. Do it. Do this with me. In through your nose and out through your mouth, okay? Deep down in your diaphragm, as deep as a breath as you can. And as you exhale, let go of all that doesn't serve you. How good does that feel to breathe deep, Pisces? It's like shallow breaths. Somebody's anxious, someone's been hurting, something's been going on around you. Breath of fresh air now, okay? But it's all about fresh air now. I also feel like some of you just need to be outside. Outside, open windows. It's a little bit more simple than what others are going through. Entrepreneur. Have you been holding your breath because of a business decision? Again, it feels like somebody in your environment, could be a significant other, not wanting to take a bigger risk on this, not wanting to relocate, not wanting to invest money, because maybe there is fear around family, around children, how this is going to impact your family. This glows for you. This entrepreneurial venture of yours, whether it's an existing business or just an idea you want to get off the ground. Take calculated risks, yes, okay? Do your research, but Pisces, launch it, do it, it's go time. I really think you can take a breath, fresh air, a deep breath in now, because you finally have the courage. Because maybe some of you coming into January, you're like, ooh, I'm starting to make some money doing this. Oh, wait a minute. I'm getting positive results here. Thank God I took this chance. Okay, so you may not have waited until January to start making changes in your life. Reward yourself. I'm telling you, something good is in the works here for you, Pisces. The more you are willing to step out of your comfort zone and really change things, take some calculated risks, the more you're going to be rewarded. This clarifies. Child, but do you see, I know my light's kind of bright here, but it's a child here, a child here. There's also a child on the fresh air card. Okay, so there's a lot of children energy. But you will be rewarded. Your family will be rewarded. I'm seeing somebody rewarded with the more time with their children, okay? This may have been very demanding. Maybe not just recently. Maybe for as long as you can remember. There's some sort of change. Somebody has helped you facilitate. Maybe you've hired somebody to take on some of this work. For some of you, the reward is more time with your children, a deeper connection to inner child, but there's child energy all over this, okay? There's family energy, but it's good. Pisces, this is really good energy. You are factoring your family in. I feel like someone may be telling you, like, you're just doing this for you. Almost making it seem a little selfish that you would take such a big step and a big risk. It's time. I mean, we have perfect timing here. We have two other cards. Okay. A lot of cards just popped all at once, but let's take a look at this. We come back to fresh air. Okay. This is also just going to speak to a healthier environment, including energy around you. Perfect timing. It's perfect timing to move. It's perfect timing to invest more or to launch something different into a new business, a current business. There are rewards here. Clarifying entrepreneur. I'm going to hold all of these up together. So we have entrepreneur clarified by acceptance and release and surrender, okay? Releasing and surrendering is going to help you breathe deep again because you have faith in universe, because you do your work and you set your intentions and you manifest, but then you release and surrender to universe. You will have a better result because of that, because you're not trying to control every last little thing, okay? There is an element of faith here, but also accepting that this is what you're meant to do. There is a soul purpose being fulfilled here, expanding upon a soul purpose that has already been met. Some of you just need to expand a little bit more. And yeah, there may be some money invested to expand. I think some of you need a separate space to work out. If maybe working from home doesn't cut it, or you need a larger home so you have separation of space. All money involved, okay? But you'll wind up making more on the back end because you have the courage to invest into yourself and to your dreams at this time. If someone's making you feel bad about that, understand that it's not coming from jealousy. They're truly just concerned about the family unit, or they're concerned about you. I think somebody has fears and their intentions telling you that come from the right place, but it's not the right message. That is not coming from the universe. The universe is saying, yeah, take this risk, take this step. It's go time. Not only is it go time, but it's perfect timing. You have divine timing on your side right now, and you don't want to miss out on that window, okay? So let's get you guys a clarifier here. Not a clarifier, a crowning card here for Pisces. I'm also seeing children coming home with awards that you're really proud of. Like being able to hang something up on the fridge, and it just lifts you up. Like you can post it on social media, like, look how smart my kid is, you know? We have a new award or a trophy, or I see something being displayed relating to children. It drastically helps their self-esteem, but I see a parent being so proud of their children, regardless of age, okay? Let the past go. I don't know if you can see that, the writing on there. Let your past go, crowning all of this. This is about movement forward. This is not about stagnation. This is not about fear keeping you rooted in a place that doesn't serve you anymore. Letting your past go may require you to sever ties with certain people who can't grow with you, but that's a part of the risk. That's a part of the chance. Ultimately, release and surrender and have faith in universe, okay? Bottom of the deck here. We have focus on service. I'm sure whatever you are launching helps other people in a really major way. And because of that, because your intention is so pure in what you're doing, regardless of what kind of business, regardless of what kind of projects you're working on, there's love there. There's love you extend to other people. Universe will always meet you there and reward you, okay? That was a really beautiful visual, because I see a little kid maybe not being able to communicate how happy it makes them at their parents celebrating them publicly, but it just does so much for their self-esteem, okay? So if you're getting awards from school or trophies because somebody won a competition, I mean, celebrate the hell out of that. And I think as Pisces, you will already do that, but let your kids know that you're doing that for them. Even if they're older, even if it's an accomplishment, you know, your 20 or 30-year-old has, celebrate that. Let them know that you're celebrating them. It almost feels like someone sort of needs that to revive their own self-confidence, okay? So we're going to jump into love here, Pisces. Pisces in love. Is it somebody in love who's made you question some of your career goals or advancement, achieving some of your dreams? I'm getting some sort of, it's uneasy. It's like, it's not necessarily walking on eggshells energy. It's like, you know that feeling you get in the pit of your stomach when something just isn't right? That's what I'm getting for you right now, okay? Letting your past go may require you to walk away, or at least create some distance between yourself and significant others if they don't support your goals. There is a bigger picture, and it is of divine timing for you to bring this bigger picture and these goals through to completion, or at least take steps toward them. Anybody who can't show up and, again, not just support you, but celebrate you publicly. Those are people you're probably going to distance yourself from this time. It's not to say they won't circle back. But see, that feeling concerns me a little bit, because that tells me that Pisces intuition is picking up on something right now. You know how intuitive Pisces are, okay? This isn't the first time I've channeled this for you, Pisces. And it probably won't be the last. Someone's coming to you in your dreams. Speak to them. Don't cut them out. Speak to them, or don't block them out, okay? Even if it's not somebody you ever want to speak to again, in the physical realm, there's closure there for you. There's peace. I feel like someone's trying to gift you something in a dream. It could be a creative inspiration. It doesn't just pertain to letting somebody go, but there's something peaceful there. First card out, calling in soulmates. You know, Pisces, you're always calling in soulmates, first and foremost, across the board, not just in love. Pisces will call in soulmates everywhere. I was just going to say friends, and then friends goes flying across my table. You have some great soulmates showing up, especially in the realm of friends. There's something very strong now in terms of social life and friends, even if you feel like you've been very disconnected from people lately. Friendships, even new people, are showing up, and they are soul family. They are not romantic soulmates, but soulmates nonetheless. Soul family. I'm seeing friends connecting, single Pisces, to somebody who's a soulmate who would be a very good match. I also see a really solid friend being someone you can lean on to, one, for support, but to help you if you're dealing with that feeling like, something's off, help me work through this. There's somebody reliable in the mix here who has your back. Finances and career. I really think you're not getting the support, or someone doesn't fully understand your vision with something pertaining to money and career. And look, Pisces, they may have good reason. You know, I completely sympathize with the partner who's afraid to invest an astronomical amount of money when there are children to feed. Okay? You got to understand where they're coming through with that. But there is faith, having faith in universe right now. If somebody is just belittling goals, that's a whole different story, okay? That's not somebody you're going to want to keep around. I do think whoever may be having a hard time with a money investment of sorts, I think some of you may be considering going back to school and someone's like, how are we going to afford this? You know, I see them maybe turning the page on that. I just think that there's some fear, but it's not your fear to take on. So don't allow that fear to manifest into anything. So we have calling and soulmates here. But we also have to pay attention to the red flags. This is that feeling. This is the feeling I'm getting. Something might be a little off with somebody. If you're single, be careful. There are people you're calling back in. There are people you are meeting for the first time and calling into your life. Certainly soulmates, but it's not necessarily the soulmate you want to stick around for too long. Something just feels off, okay? All soulmates will show up to teach you a lesson. That's what we do for one another. They'll show up to teach you a lesson. You'll do the same for them. But I'm seeing some soulmates showing up. I don't know why I'm stuttering all of a sudden while I'm trying to say this to you. And I think it's because the energy is starting to get intense. Maybe somebody doesn't want to talk about this. There are some soulmates that may show up with old karma and a very difficult experience if you allow them back in, or this could be a brand new person, but it's sort of a repeat of what you've already gone through with an ex in an old relationship. Pay attention to those red flags. Universe is sending this person to you just to like reinforce what you know, reinforce the boundaries. How quickly can you pick up on the red flags? How quickly can you pick up on them? And do you have the courage to step away from that from the get-go instead of allow a relationship to linger on that really isn't of your highest good? And if we're being honest with ourselves, one, we've all done it. But two, we can look back at the beginning of a relationship, be like, I saw that a month in. I saw that 3 dates in, especially for a Pisces, okay? Universe may be throwing some soulmates at you at this time to see how strong your boundaries still are. It's like a little test, a little pop quiz. Just pass that pop quiz and keep moving because you will be able to call in other soulmates. But I feel like the soulmates that will be the most fulfilling for Pisces in the month of January will be some new friends. Or reconnection with friends that you already know are soulmates. I'm also getting family. I'm feeling a little bit of a reconnection with maybe a family member. But wow, it's all about friends for you right now. And this is great. Again, I do feel like friends could be connecting you to somebody, possibly an air sign here, Pisces, okay? Because look, center the reading. We have let your friends help you. Big emphasis on friendship. Clarify by playfulness. This usually comes through as an air sign card, okay? And I have often gotten Aquarius for Pisces. So if you watch my videos all the time, you're probably like, yeah, okay, you've said that a million times. But I do get that for Pisces quite strongly right now. But it's somebody showing up with a solid friendship. You may be calling a soulmate in as a romantic partner who could, one, already be an existing friend, or someone you just have this awesome, playful friendship at the core with. It is refreshing. They are that breath of fresh air. But again, air. I keep getting air for you. This could also be a Gemini because Gemini was getting a lot of air messages too. So don't be surprised if you're calling in an air sign here. Okay, this is the transition I was hoping for, and this is a good one. Finances and career. Something around finances, okay? And this doesn't necessarily just mean Pisces don't have supportive partners, okay? I think there's fear around money in general, and it doesn't feel like your energy. It feels like someone around you, Pisces. And so it makes things a little stressful and a little unstable. But this is how you transition. You go from that energy to safe energy, to safe for you to love. It's clarifying finances and career. That shows me somebody who has fears but then can let them go for the greater good, for you, for your relationship, for your family. I am seeing somebody, you know, come full circle with support, even if they had given you a hard time in the past, okay? But they're safe, love, somebody who respects your career goals and your ambitions, for sure. And you need that. Pisces, you need that. You know you deserve that. Finding your reading is religious and spiritual factors. This is all about your spiritual journey. You are calling soulmates in right now. Some of them are going to be the pop quiz kind of soulmates, right? Short-lived. But you are calling people in who are in alignment with your soul journey. And that's why I come back to like to soul family, to friends that are like soulmates. Definitely don't be surprised if you're calling in soulmates in love too that are meant to stick around, especially this playful one. This airy, playful vibe, that's a good one for you right now, Pisces. This bottom of the deck, unrequited love, you're moving away from these kinds of relationships. This feels like the pop quiz that's going to show up, okay? You can meet the most beautiful, amazing soul, but you know you don't have chemistry with them, then you don't have to go on a second date. And you don't have to suffer through 3 hours of the first date you're on. Politely excuse yourself. No one wants their time wasted, so don't feel bad telling somebody like, look, I'm sorry, I just don't feel like we're compatible. Of course, I have a little Gemini kitty being crazy in the background here. She loves you guys. Don't feel like you can't go there with somebody. You, of course, would do it kindly and compassionately, but you'll be respected by the other person. If you just get up and, you know, you're like, all right, this isn't going to work. This energy doesn't work for me. They'll get it, okay? They may not like you in the moment, but who cares? You're not wasting their time or theirs. There's something about spiritual journey for you, though. You are calling in people who are meant to be in your life now, along with some of the pop quiz ones, okay? So don't get caught up on these too long. This is where you're headed. It's the safe love.